Hey, Joshua Austin here with the Dentistry IQ Product Navigator Video Pearl. As a general and cosmetic dentist, you need to have a go-to anterior composite kit. That go-to anterior composite kit needs to have a couple of different things. Number one is it needs to have a wide array of shades for you to choose from. You need to be able to match pretty much any tooth that you see. Number two, and piggybacking on that, is you need to have several opacities to choose from, because we see teeth that have different opacities in nature. Some teeth are very, very translucent. Some teeth are much more opaque. And so you need to have those different options to be able to match anything that nature throws at you. Now, one of my favorites that's available on the market is the 3M Filtek Supreme Ultra. It's my favorite for a couple different reasons. Number one, 36 different shades in 4 different opacities. So really, using that kit, you can pretty much mimic anything that comes in the door, which is great. Number two is it handles really, really well, especially in my hands. You may find something different, but I really think if you play with Filtek Supreme Ultra, you're gonna find a material that sculpts really well and doesn't stick to your instrument. And for anterior composites, that's really, really important. The kit is also pretty nifty too, and it comes with something in the kit that I think can really help you when it comes to matching teeth. Let's go take a look at it now. So here we are with our Filtek Supreme Ultra Master Composite Kit. When you take a look at it, it's pretty familiar to most of you, as you probably all have sort of composite kits like this and tackle boxes like this, but it's pretty well laid out. You know, you've got your D shades over here, you got your body shades over here, your enamel shades tend to be over here, and then kind of your whitening and translucent shades are kind of down in this area. And so it makes it really easy, you know, during the heat of a procedure, you know, to tell your assistant you need an A2B and for her to really clearly see, you know, the spots that are labeled with that. It makes it easy for restocking and all that kind of stuff. But what really makes this kit amazing is this color wheel that comes with it, this shade wheel. And so it really helps you understand how to layer stuff. And so let's say, for instance, on an anterior tooth, you have an A2. If you're going to do a single shade, you're going to use A2B. So if you had a anterior tooth that was A2 with your eye or with your easy shade machine or whatever it is you're using to take a shade, and it was pretty much the same translucency the whole way through, not too translucent, you might use that A2B just single body shade. If you're going to do 2 different layers, similar to like you would see here, where you do kind of a dentin shade and then an enamel shade on top of it, this tells you to use A3 dentin with A2 enamel. And if you're going to really become like a Newton Fall or a Bob Margis or a Marcos Vargas, you know, and really get Da Vinci with it, then you would use kind of multi-shades like this. And you can see, you know, A3 dentin, A2 body, A1 enamel, and a translucent C or clear. And it shows you right here kind of how to do all that and sort of, you know, so you can envision in your mind where all those different layers are going to go. So this is a really handy tool. You just move it over to where it is, you know, where to the shade of your tooth, and it just guides you really easily about what what composite shades to pick and how to layer them right here, which is really, really nice. Does the same thing for posteriors on the back or for class 5s. And so you could see that most of the time you're really just going to use a single or a dual shade for a posterior or a class 5. So, you know, pretty simple. If it's A2, I'm spinning around here to A2 again. And look at that, A2B. And if you're going to dual cure or dual shade it, A3B and A2E. So pretty similar to what you see on the other side. So having this little wheel around really, really helps in being able to use this kit to its full extent, which I really like. Another thing that I love about 3M is they send these types of little kind of magazine or little binder inserts that have all kinds of good information on them about the different procedures that you may do. So this is all kinds of stuff about different procedures that you would use. Here's anterior restorations multi-shade and sort of how to stack those shades in order to get the desired result, finish and polish and everything. Anterior single shade, right? So kind of the whole way through. Posterior dual shade. Posterior dual shade, posterior single shade, right? Posterior single shade. And then the entire shade reference breakdown. And when you look at this, there's 4 different translucencies: dentin, body, enamel, and translucent shades. And if you add all this up together, there's 36 different shades. So there's just a ton of options here in order for you to restore anything that comes in. And you can look here. Here's the opacity difference. That's how translucent the translucent is. You could literally read newspaper through it. Enamel, you can see, is significantly less translucent than that. So if you had somebody come in and they just had a tiny little chip on the incisal edge of number 8 and it was really, really translucent, you may not use like an A1E or a B1E. You might want to use one of the translucent shades, clear, amber, blue, or gray, right? You can also see the difference between the dentin, the body, and the enamel. And so when you're doing kind of one of these type of restorations where you're really stacking all those different things, it really helps to understand how translucent all of these different ones are. So this goes in a little binder that you can get so that you can put all of your 3M product instructions in there, and it's all centrally located in one place. So between this and the shade wheel and the layering wheel, I think that makes this kit even better than it already is. It's already a great kit, although I could totally understand somebody not having these things and looking at this and just wondering where to even start. And so those things are really what help you be able to get what you want to get out of this kit. So I think this is a tremendous kit. This is a great choice for your anterior restorations. Gives you a ton of flexibility about shading and options, okay? And options as far as translucency and whatnot. So this is the Filtek Supreme Ultra kit. Give it a shot if you need that go-to anterior composite kit. You guys have a great day.